Minecraft in the United States in one weekend made more money than Snow White has made globally after 3 weekends. That's how bad it is right now.
When we look, you can see families were more than willing to go to the box office to support something like the Minecraft movie, while Rachel Zegler's Snow White continues to plunge.
Warner Brothers' Minecraft movie versus Disney's Snow White, which in theory should be quite a battle, but it's not even a fair fight. And it's pretty hysterical, actually, to watch.
Every single one of these reviews is just absolutely brutal. And what you also need to know is that these are not politically driven reviews. I mean, most of them are from the camp that should be supporting Disney, that should be behind this new progressive take on Snow White, and yet they can't because the film is apparently just that bad.
I don't think they're gonna buy it. I don't think they're gonna watch it. I don't think they're gonna like it.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Snow White 2025 is considered by far one of the worst box office failures, not just with Disney, but also in the entire film history when it comes down to live action remakes.
There's no way that Snow White is going to recover.
Saying that audiences will always line up to see her no matter what she does.
Every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You know what's interesting about all this is that the only person waiting in line to see Snow White was Rachel Zegler.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
She's literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is? Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
You know, I don't need your business. You know what? Maybe Disney does. Maybe you're a tool, you're a pawn in this film. You didn't write it. You didn't direct it. You have nothing to do with the creation of Snow White. Right. You should shut up and do the job.
But it says, meanwhile, over in the kingdom of crumbling crowns, Disney's Snow White dropped like an enchanted apple.
Right, we're talking about ultra-far leftists, people who believe that men and women are a figment of your imagination, that your money is not your own, that your family is not your own, and that your country is not your own. That's what woke me. It doesn't need a prince to save her, and not surrounded by 7 weird people. Oh, okay, just CGI fictional goblins, I guess.
Chicken
Rachel Zegler is a loudmouth villain.
Snow White, of course, famously played by the insufferable girl boss narcissist who's just clinical at this point.
What they really mean is they're describing a worldview that hates you. That hates everything America stands for.
DC said Disney Snow White has a major identity crisis.
Well, we all basically knew that Snow White was going to be a massive failure at the box office because of Rachel Zegler's controversial statement.
The entertainment world was rocked this month when Minecraft, a movie based on pixelated blocks, completely obliterated Disney's Snow White at the box office, leaving Rachel Zegler in shambles. While The House of Mouse pushed its $300 million live-action remake, audiences decisively chose blocky adventures over what many are calling Disney's most tone-deaf adaptation yet.
Over 157 million while earning another 144 million internationally. The Minecraft video game was introduced in 2011 and sold more than 300 million copies. So it actually has a fan base, user base, people that care about it. In theory, Snow White should as well. Snow White's the movie that made Disney, the studio. They should have been more cautious and careful with their own IP. It's $1 billion IP. The Disney Snow White, faithfully adapted, would have made $1 billion.
The numbers tell a brutal story that Disney executives are desperately trying to hide. Minecraft exploded onto screens with a staggering $300 million global opening weekend, with $60 million on Saturday alone.
So it got destroyed at the box office. Here's the box office numbers. The Minecraft movie made $60 million on Saturday. Snow White made $2.
Meanwhile, Snow White has barely limped to $160 million total after multiple weeks in theaters, Let that sink in.
And of course, this weekend, Minecraft came out, which has absolutely dominated the box office, done significantly better than analysts even projected. And now we're finding out that Snow White has officially crossed $160 million.
A movie about digital blocks made more in one weekend than Disney's Princess flagship film has made in its entire run. Industry insiders are whispering about heated emergency meetings at Disney headquarters, with executives pointing fingers in every direction. The blame game has reached fever pitch, but many eyes are turning toward the film's controversial star, Rachel Zegler, whose pre-release interviews may have single-handedly torpedoed any remaining goodwill among Disney's core audience.
She's literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is?
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so, Zegler said in a now infamous interview. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
These comments sent shockwaves through the fan base, with millions of Disney loyalists questioning why someone would accept a role in a beloved classic only to mock its foundation. What Zegler and Disney failed to understand was that fans weren't clamoring for a fixed version of Snow White. The original film launched Walt Disney's empire and remains one of the most cherished animated films of all time. By publicly dismissing the source material as outdated and problematic, they alienated the very audience they needed most. The catastrophe deepened as details emerged about how far Disney strayed from the original tale.
So you had the marketing material not being all that good. A lot of advertisements were really mediocre for this film. And to top it off, they made tons of changes and they strayed away from the source material, which upset a lot of fans.
Instead of the charming fairy tale that captivated generations, audiences were subjected to what many describe as a heavy-handed lecture disguised as entertainment.
Whereas the Snow White model is the message ad infinitum, shoved directly up your ass, and, most importantly, in the most insufferable possible way, like screamed at you by an ugly woman for 2 hours.
Test screenings reportedly warned executives months ago, but in classic Hollywood hubris, they doubled down instead of course-correcting. While Snow White was self-destructing, Minecraft was quietly building an empire. Critics initially scoffed, giving the film a measly 40% on review aggregator sites.
See here, the Minecraft movie is 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% audience score. That's kind of all that matters because these people pay the bills, these people don't.
But regular viewers had a dramatically different take, awarding it an enthusiastic 87% approval rating. The disconnect couldn't be more stark, or more telling about the growing divide between critics and actual ticket buyers. What made Minecraft succeed where Snow White failed? Simple: respect for its audience. The Minecraft team understood their fan base spans generations. Children who play on tablets, teenagers who stream on YouTube, and adults who've been building blocky worlds for over a decade.
Encouraging to see a movie that decided to do the opposite of Snow White, which is, according to all available reviews, including from the people that I trust the very most on this platform, it is non-political. The Minecraft movie does not try to beat you and box you about the ears with the message. It is just silly fun for kids, which is what a kids movie should be.
Rather than lecturing viewers, they delivered pure escapist fun without political messaging. The contrast in theater experiences tells the whole story. Snow White screenings have been eerily quiet, with embarrassing reports of nearly empty theaters. Meanwhile, Minecraft showings are so energetic that some theaters reportedly had to remove rowdy teenagers for excessive enthusiasm.
Okay, Snitch. And the cops had to escort the rowdy teenagers out. The Minecraft movie is doing something magical. It's creating a live audience reaction event where people are going to just be part of something to interact with the movie itself. The kind of thing that really creates like a kinetic movement.
One viral video shows an entire theater of teens in suits cheering like they're at a rock concert rather than a movie screening. Behind closed doors, Disney's marketing team is scrambling to explain how they misread the room so catastrophically. Some blame the script's numerous rewrites, each apparently pushing further from the beloved story. Others point to casting controversies that overshadowed any potential the film might have had. A Colombian-American actress playing a character famously described as having skin as white as snow created endless debate that Disney seemed unprepared to address. What makes this failure particularly painful for Disney is that Snow White should have been a guaranteed hit. The 1937 original practically invented feature animation and holds a special place in film history. A faithful adaptation with modern visuals could have easily joined the billion-dollar club.
This movie exists, by the way. You can't tell me Minecraft is the worst movie of 2025 when Snow White exists. That's right. Minecraft movies are going to make more in the weekend than Snow White's made in its entire theatrical run, and we know why.
Instead, Disney's insistence on updating the story has resulted in one of their most embarrassing failures. The fallout has been swift and merciless. Social media is flooded with comparisons between the two films, with hashtags like Majin woke is broke trending globally. Former Disney loyalists are publicly denouncing the studio's recent direction, questioning why the company seems intent on fixing beloved classics that were never broken in the first place.
Teens in suits shouting lines, cheering like it was a concert. Check out the energy, unreal. Disney Snow White is flopping hard. Why did Minecraft win? Because they stayed true to their actual audience. If Disney had made a faithful adaptation to the original Snow White, it would have made $1 billion.
For Zegler, the backlash has been particularly intense. While some defend her, noting she didn't write the script or make casting decisions, others feel her pre-release comments revealed a fundamental disrespect for the material. Insiders claim Disney executives are furious that their lead actress effectively sabotaged the film's marketing campaign before it even began. The most devastating aspect for Disney isn't just the financial loss, it's the stark message from audiences. People aren't rejecting modernization or diverse casting. They're rejecting condescension. When studios treat beloved classics as problematic relics that need correction rather than celebration. The Minecraft phenomenon proves audiences still crave escapism and joy at the movies. Its success demonstrates that entertainment can be fresh and contemporary without explicitly rejecting its roots. The film embraces its gaming origins while still delivering a coherent story that works for both fans and newcomers alike. As Disney licks its wounds, the question remains, will they learn from this disaster?
The reason why is partially because of Rachel Zegler, but also because of the entire garbage movie itself. We keep blaming Rachel Zegler, and she's an easy scapegoat. And I think they're scapegoating her on purpose, but the entire movie was trash. All of Rachel Zegler didn't write Snow White. Rachel Zegler didn't cast Snow White. The studio did. It's a Disney problem. Disney did these things.
Recent patterns suggest a troubling disconnect between Hollywood decision-makers and their audience. Snow White joins a growing list of underperforming remakes that have prioritized ideological messaging over storytelling fundamentals. Industry analysts are now watching closely to see if this box office bloodbath will force a course correction. With several more live-action remakes in development, Disney faces a crucial decision: continue down their current path and risk further alienating their core audience, or return to the storytelling magic that built their empire. What's clear is that audiences are tired of being lectured to in entertainment they're paying to see.
Housewives throughout Germany made up these stories, and then the Brothers Grimm went around and collected them and found them. These are the creations of women, and they spoke into the minds of children, and they weren't forcing children to be anything. They were talking about things that children already know are there, like witches and evil and fear and true love. They weren't creating girls who wanted to fall in love. Girls want to fall in love. It's part of the beauty of life.
The spectacular success of Minecraft, alongside Snow White's embarrassing failure, sends an unmistakable message that Hollywood ignores at its own peril. Respect your source material, respect your audience, and remember that entertainment should entertain first and foremost. As one studio executive anonymously told trade publications, "This isn't just a bad weekend, this is a referendum on our entire approach to IP. When Minecraft beats Disney at storytelling, everyone in Hollywood needs to wake up." The question now isn't whether changes will come, but how dramatic they'll need to be to win back the trust of disappointed fans. For Rachel Zegler, this box office disaster may forever link her name to one of Disney's most significant missteps. Whether fair or not, her pre-release comments will likely be studied in marketing classes as a textbook example of how not to promote a beloved property. The lesson? Sometimes the most progressive thing a studio can do is simply tell a great story without agenda. A lesson Minecraft clearly understood. The battle between blocks and princesses has delivered a verdict that no one in Hollywood expected, but perhaps everyone needed. As the dust settles on this box office bloodbath, one thing is crystal clear. Audiences are smarter than studios give them credit for, and underestimating them comes with a devastating price tag.